So physical activity is something you really shouldn't avoid these days, but this can get a little boring sometimes when there isn't much going on. So we are going to take a look at Sennheiser CX Sport, which lets you listen to your music and podcasts while staying in your ear and not getting in the way. And we are going to test its performance in all areas. Hey guys, I am Siddharth and this is Sennheiser CX Sport Review. In the box, you get a soft carrying case with a Sennheiser logo, a small micro USB cable for charging, this very handy clip that can hold these earphones to your clothing at any angle, different sizes of wingtips and ear tips for a comfortable fit, including this extremely small one that I don't think is meant for humans. Then you have some manuals that I'll read so you don't have to, and finally these nicely packed earphones which you already saw earlier. Sennheiser has fused their classy design with this lime color that represents sports for some reason. I think that it looks good and will match with your other sports accessories. It is when you look really closely that you begin to appreciate the attention to detail that went into the build of this product. The metal logo on the side earbuds reflects different colors of the spectrum at different angles, and the tips of these earbuds are also made of metal, which makes it feel premium and also makes it more durable. The wire is thick and feels strong enough to be able to withstand a pull or two. It is of appropriate length, and you can also adjust this with this permanently attached clip to make it fit better. You have the buttons, microphones, DAC, amp, battery, Bluetooth receiver, all contained into these two small plastic parts, making this a very light headset at just 15 grams. And speaking of buttons, you have got three very easy to feel buttons, which can be used to power them on, change volume, skip tracks, attend and reject calls, check battery status, and pressing the center button thrice launches the Google Assistant. They have these wingtips that help in securing the earphones in your ear. I tried all kinds of moves on these and they stayed in my ear most of the times. So I think most people will be fine at the gym, where I also tested these at, and they worked very well as I was expecting. And you can also use the included clip to further secure these to yourself if the wingtips aren't enough for you. These are also sweat resistant, so all the sweaty people are also covered. These have Bluetooth 4.2 with aptX low latency, so you get an uncompromised wireless connection. And one really nice thing about these is that they connect instantly to your phone.
Power on. Connected.
This is really as fast as connecting to a wired headset, and it can connect to two devices at the same time, which some people consider essential for wireless gear. Range is also very good. I was able to walk around my apartment with a wall or two in between without a problem, and without obstacles. The advertised range of 10 meters is accurate. The comfort for me was great. I used the large ear tip supplied and it fit me perfectly. But if your ears are somewhere in between, you can always replace them with any other ear tips that you like. They also have a great noise isolation, which comes in really handy as the staff at my gym plays music very loudly. One thing I really like about these is that the earbuds are very small and they don't protrude out of your ear when you wear them. Something that I really appreciate, as I am also currently testing the FiiO FB1. So even if you lay in bed sideways, you won't feel uncomfortable. And these are so light that you can barely feel that you are wearing them. You can also remove these wingtips, making them even more comfortable. And as I use the larger ear tips, they stay in my ear at the gym even without the wingtips. The microphone on these is really great, and I really enjoyed making phone calls on these. The mic is positioned perfectly and it sounds very good. Coming to one of the most important parts, the sound quality on these can be really great, but it requires some equalizer tweaks to sound great. They have a very detailed and energetic sound, and I enjoyed listening to my music collection on these. They have a V-shaped sound signature, which is what I was expecting for a product like this. The bass is adequately good and things hit hard on these, but make sure that you are using the larger ear tips if you feel that the bass is lacking, which is what I felt with the tips that are on these by default. Mids are good too, and I add a decibel of gain to make them sound more balanced. Now the treble or the highs on these earphones are what I found to be tuned way higher than what I find to be comfortable. And I have to use the equalizer to reduce the treble range by up to 5 decibels to get good sound, which is a lot. I may be in the minority here, as people on Amazon absolutely love how these sound and consider this to be the best sport earphones. But I found that they really needed to use the equalizer, And I also did find one person who seems to agree with me on this. It is not a big deal for me as I use equalizer with most of my audio gear anyways, and the highs do sound good after some reduction, making these earphones sound great. But with my other audio gear, I use equalizer to improve the sound from good to great, but with this product, I felt that I had to use it to make it sound acceptable. I toggled the equalizer for A/B tests and I always found that it sounded harsh for me when it was disabled. Though, you may get away with using equalizer in many tracks, and for podcasts, movies and videos, this isn't a problem. If you don't understand how to use an equalizer, just go to the music player of your choice, turn the sliders on the right down until you find the highs to be comfortable, or if your phone has it, go to phone settings and use that equalizer, or get this super nerdy equalizer for $2 and use my settings. And if all else fails, you also have Sennheiser's own CapTune app, which I didn't find very useful for these earphones, but it has a really nice equalizer that will also work well for this purpose, and it also supports Tidal, which is pretty cool. The soundstage on these is not very wide, but there is still good instrument separation and detail, so I don't mind that. These have a battery life of around 6 hours, which is pretty fair for something of this size, but these support fast charging, so you can get an hour of playback in 10 minutes and you can completely charge them in 1.5 hours. I am not a fan of micro USB in 2018, but at least the supplied cable is very small and can be very easily carried in the bag provided. So in conclusion, I can say that I really enjoyed my time while testing these. The form factor and functionality is as good as I could want it to be. It looks great, can sound great, works really well, and for its intended purpose, it is almost perfect. I would have told everyone to just buy it, but the only issue that keeps me from doing that is that I have to use an equalizer to tame the highs down, which is not a problem for me, but it is something that I wouldn't want from a product costing a bag of chips shy from 10,000 rupees. They also have a lower priced CX 6.0 OBT, which I think should have identical drivers looking at the specs without the wingtips, carrying case, the clip and splash resistance, which you can go for if you don't want the sport-proof features on these. And if you can switch to the headphone cam and you don't have large ears like me, you can also check out their HD 4.4 OBT, the noise cancellation version of which sells for a little more than $100 when it's on sale. It is also very good for gym and provides better and more balanced sound quality. So my final recommendation is to just buy it if you are prepared to use equalizer in case you find the treble to be harsh. So that is it for now. You can buy these with my affiliate links in the description. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or a thumbs down if you disliked it, and subscribe to my channel with notification bell icon, which I really hate mentioning, but that's how things work on YouTube. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.